Adam Smith was a Scottish economist, philosopher, author and a key figure during the Scottish Enlightenment era. Smith is best known for his classic work called The Wealth of Nations. This book is considered as the first modern work of economics. Smith laid the foundations of classical free market economics theory and the concept of invisible hand in this book. These ideas were adopted by the laissez-faire economists of the 19th century. Then what are those ideas? The invisible hand is a term used by Adam Smith to describe the unintended social benefits of an individual's self-interested actions. It means that the market has its own self-correcting mechanism. In other words, an invisible hand is the unobservable market force that helps the demand and supply of goods in a free market to reach equilibrium automatically. Next, free market is an idealized system in which the prices for goods and services are determined by the open market and consumers without any intervention by government. Also, he argues strongly against the doctrine of mercantilism, because such a policy encourages monopolies and the protection of national trading interests. But Smith believed the true benefit of trade is in opening up the new markets for surplus goods, so he argued that there should not be governmental intervention in trading.
If we just look at how Adam Smith said, we might assume, is Smith an anarchist? It seems that Smith thinks the government should do nothing. Well, this is not true. As there are some exceptions in every laws and the systems, there are some situations when the intervention of government is justifiable. There are three situations that Smith has said there are no problems with the intervention. First, saving its own people. When government tries to save their own citizens from the violence caused by other society and invasion, there are no problems with interfering in the economy. Second, protecting people. He said interfering in the economy for the purpose of protecting people from injustice and suppression caused by members in its society is fine. Lastly, establishing and maintaining. Smith said when the government establishes and maintains public works and public institutions, it is okay to interfere. As we can see, contrary to the popular belief, Adam Smith is not a person who hates government or who thinks government should do nothing.
Besides mercantilism, Adam Smith says the theory of division of labor. The division of labor is the work that each worker engages in a certain work and specializes it. Adam Smith explains the division of labor with an example, pin-making factory. He says men who work alone produce a single pin a day. However, men who work each different process produce 48,000 pins a day. So, he argues the division of labor can make the work more productive and the worker more efficient. Also, the division of labor is applied in our life. We can see its example in lots of factories. Even we can see it in our school. The typical example is our superintendents of a dormitory. In our dormitory, some superintendents broadcast time, plans, and announcements. At the same time, the other superintendents take a roll call of students. We can see the superintendents don't waste the time.
Adam Smith's laissez-faire was very meaningful about eliminating state interferences and guaranteeing the maximum freedom of individual economic activities, but there was one big problem. It was the side of laissez-faire about the miserable lives of workers due to many social problems such as complex institutional society and poverty, exploitation, and economic desperation. They said their miserable lives are caused by people's negligence. The laissez-faire was made for the good intention that we guarantee individual freedom, but it makes people's life harder, and reminded them the need national protection and interference in their national life.